Why is it that the more you like someone, the harder it is to text them? The answer, of course, is that you don't want to screw things up and miss your chance. Well, you're in luck. Today, I'll be going over the 7 rules that you need to follow if you want to have your best chance at winning him over. Hi, I'm Emily Baker from LoveLearnings. As a women's dating coach, I've seen women make the same mistakes over and over again when it comes to texting their crushes. And often, when they do decide to finally seek my help, it's too late because they missed their shot with this guy. Lucky for you, you found this video in time, and you can avoid making the same mistakes they did. Now, these rules are not set in stone. Obviously, you have to be adaptable to your specific situation, but I tried to only include rules that will apply to the vast majority of people. So, without further ado, let's jump into this list with number 1. Reread your message before you send it. Now, I'm sure many of you are no strangers to reading and rereading these text conversations, wondering what he's feeling, what went wrong, or what to say next. But it's even more important that you read your messages before you send them. Ask yourself, does this make sense? Is there any other way for him to interpret what I've written? And then, obviously, check it for clarity, spelling, and tone. I don't recommend sending grammatically perfect messages since texting is supposed to be more casual, but just make sure that it's clear what you're saying. You'd be surprised how easy it is to overlook the simplest mistakes, and if you send him a great message that then has to be followed up with a spelling correction or explanation, the original message you've sent is gonna lose its bite. So don't sell yourself short. Read your messages before sending. Number 2, play it cool. This is the best piece of advice I give to women who find that they're being left on read or otherwise having a bad texting experience. Don't sweat it. The biggest mistake you can make is to get up in your head, start worrying about what he's thinking or feeling, and lose your ability to communicate. So just remember, texting is what you make it. It doesn't have to be stressful if you don't want it to be. But I know that sometimes it's difficult to shake this mindset. If you can't, then head on over to textchemistry.com after this video is over and check out the free video presentation there, because I think it will completely flip how you think about texting. That's textchemistry.com. Number 3, leave him wanting more. This one is pretty self-explanatory, but simply put, it just means don't overdo it. If you blow up your man's phone with pointless messages, then he isn't going to look forward to hearing from you. However, if you only send him well thought out, cleverly crafted messages, well, those are the ones that are going to keep him hanging on your every word. It's as simple as supply and demand. So, if you want his face to light up every time he gets that notification, try to limit how often you text him. Number 4, avoid boring messages. I don't know about you, but there are few things that bother me more than the 1 or even 2-word text message. You know the ones I'm talking about. Hi. Or, what's up? Drives me crazy. Maybe it's because they come across as lazy, or give the impression that the sender is bored and only texting for their own entertainment. Or maybe it's because they don't make me feel, well, anything really, besides irritated. The point I'm making is that every message you send your man should be exciting. Now, I know this can be tough, especially if you have the kind of relationship where you communicate daily through texts and share those little mundane thoughts and updates. But it's definitely worth thinking about if you want to take your texting up a notch. From here on out, you want to make sure that every text message you send is captivating and exciting. I'll touch more on this later. Now, to number 5, subscribe to my channel. That's right, it's shameless self-promotion time, but seriously, it's a win-win. You get free dating advice videos like this one that help you avoid the pitfalls of modern dating, and I get to keep making videos and reaching more people. So hit that subscribe button in the corner right now. Thanks. Number 6, leave the ball in his court. I'm not going to say never double text or don't ever ask a guy out, but the more you can leave the ball in his court, the more likely it is that you're going to get his attention. There are many reasons why this works. Some say that men are naturally hardwired to want to pursue women rather than being pursued by women, despite what you may have seen in that Axe commercial. But I think it has more to do with the fact that we always want what we can't have. If you make yourself too available to a guy, they're going to subconsciously see you as less desirable. So all this takes is letting him text first more often, letting him make the first move, and giving him space to miss you. Which brings us to number 7, stay positive. If you want to connect with him over text, then the last thing you want to do is come across as negative or depressing. This is not to say that you can never vent to him, just don't make it a regular part of your communication. It's easy to fall into that trap. We all love to complain to the people in our lives, but we all know that one person who only has negative things to say, and you don't want to be her. Sure, you'll have your not so great days, but even when those strike, try not to dwell on it. Instead, keep your messages pleasant. There's a time and place for opening up and letting your guy in on those vulnerable thoughts and feelings, and texting just isn't it. I think we all know that venting via text isn't even that fulfilling anyways, so save that for in person. So, we've covered a lot of what not to do over texting, but if you're looking for what you should say, I made a video on that very topic recently. Check out my channel to see it, and while you're there, hit that subscribe button. That brings us to the end of this video. It's a short one today, guys, but I'll leave you with this. Texting may be difficult at times, but when you really connect with a guy, it'll all be worth it. I'm Emily Baker. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.